Hello, T Mao. I'm doing well. How are you? How's the sound? No habla español. Only English or Chinese. Not prepared. There we go. Hello, everyone. No habla español. Play bad? What's bad? Can join in for the full. What does that mean? Can join in for the full. For some reason, my chat got cut off. Okay. Can draw in for the full string cost of school. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, my chat got cut off. There is more drawing. It's great. I appreciate you making comments. However, I don't understand. Too bad. Check out drawing again. I'm on week 3. Being practice every day for 1 to 2 hours. It's challenging, especially understanding things in 3D space. I'm not giving up. Kudo, Miro. Yeah, main thing is to keep it fun. Draw the things you enjoy. Let's see, what weakness? The weakness of drawing face. Drawing face. So I used to pretty much just really draw what I see, but this one is more trying to understand the construct, because when I'm trying to draw from imagination, I still suffer a lot. So I'm trying to get the proportions right. Not just draw what I see, but do underlying construction from the ground up and see how that goes. See if the end result could be good. Good evening, Riley Turner. Do you always try to draw from reference, or do you like to pull from inspirations? Yeah, draw from reference big time. It's like almost it's very, very challenging to draw from imagination. There are a lot of things that's super simple, and if you don't have a reference, you can't even imagine it right. And a lot of times, like, even I have a reference, if I just want to make some small tweaks, and things will go horribly wrong. So usually the ones that, even for my like OC drawings, usually I have to find the reference that's really close to what I have in mind. The better the reference I found that's close to what I have in mind, the easier the process. And often I find myself struggling like really bad, trying to manipulate the reference. Like maybe if I find a reference that's close to what I have in mind, but I just want to maybe even just turn it a tiny little bit, and the results will come out very, very bad. So that's why finding the right reference, it's like 60-70% of the process. people are drawing from memory because like understand. No, that's not true. I think there are different. So pretty much, even if you understand anatomy, there are like very, very intricate part of the body that it's very difficult to remember, like how bone moves, muscle moves. I would say not even 1% of the professional artists understand it. And that's why like you can do half and half. So if you understand anatomy and proportion relatively well, and when you go out you do like a live sketch, usually half of it come from the memory, because you understand the proportion, so you already in your mind you already built a framework. Then when you observe with your eyes, it's mainly just checking. And think about like when you draw from a live sketch, draw like even if there is a model in front of you, the condition of the scene changes all the time. So if you draw, like if you do a 3 or 4 hour session, I mean the model is gonna move somehow. Like the model cannot be stand still for 3 or 4 hours. So if they move, but how, like every time you look up, you observe. I mean it's not like a camera that you capture the reality from beginning to end. There you have to capture, like pretty much there's, even though you are drawing the model, but there are still lots of interpretations, that a lot of decisions that artist has to make. So if you understand anatomy, understand proportions, that it really helps, because you can semi-draw from memory, and then every time you check, it's like a check. Versus if you don't understand, then you have to really observe it really hard. Johnson Z, thank you so much. Sluggy Slurms, thank you. How have you been these last few days? How have you been feeling? I'm feeling great, thank you, Mao. How have you been? Where are you from? You just think about it. If you ever watch any of the documentary of those famous classical artists, when they draw in the past, even like the best ones, they still spend a lot of time find the model and project the right lighting onto them to help them draw. So if the best artist in the past has to do that or had to do that, then what made you think that today's artists are so much better that they don't have to do that? Therefore, a lot of artists, when they teach, there's definitely some kind of like pretend to do something that's exaggerating their skill level. Ives art. What did you say, Ives art? This message retracted. When you first started, how did you learn? Did you attend any classes or are you self-taught? Yeah, definitely. If you want to improve efficiently, find the right teacher, pay the tuition, and learn from the teacher. Especially if you're a beginner, I strongly recommend doing like a live teacher where you actually can receive feedback from the teacher. So I've been drawing all my life. So if you are a beginner, I wouldn't be a good advisor to you. Just because I started very, very young. I started drawing when I was 4. But granted, I was doing a lot of children's art. So when I enrolled into the class, when I was 4. Back then it was, so my teacher, it was a very well-known local teacher, but even the teachers, they have different styles. So my teacher he teaches the style that really fits the Central Academy of Fine Art in China. He was really well known locally because his students has a high acceptance rate into the Central Academy of Fine Art in China, which is the most prestigious fine art school. So his teaching style is his forte is oil paint, classical oil paint. But when I was learning under him, he was mainly teaching us, not teaching us, letting us draw children's art. Children's art, a key feature to children's art is imagination, colorful, and he doesn't care about likeness. He doesn't want it to be likeness. Like if you draw a straight line, he wants the straight line to curve. How did you learn how to draw? Did you have a teacher? What you say? Yeah, I had a teacher when I was young, and I did a lots of drawings when I was a kid. I had pretty much no childhood. I say very little of the young training affect what I draw right now. The main thing that helped me is basically feel extremely comfortable with using any drawing utensil to draw. I'm very confident about my lines. All of this come from the early development, but other than that, there's very minimum of what I learned as a child that carry over to what I do today. I'll say I contribute most what I learned today or what I do today to later development. But the drawing at an early age helped me build the confidence by being around this activity. X no draw. Thank you for the sub. But after I moved to United States when I was 14, I really burned out from drawing. So I I didn't develop and I didn't advance anymore on the skill. I basically just draw based on the skill I already have. Not until 2020, like pretty much a good 20 years of my life in between, I didn't draw that much. But 2020, when COVID started, I picked up a Apple Pencil and downloaded Pro Procreate. So digital art was the medium that helped me rediscover my passion. But I, like, for a good 2.5 years, I didn't learn anything other than like just draw fun stuff. And in my mind, I thought I was really good, but now looking back, I was really bad. I wasn't as good as I thought. So pretty much I had to humble myself, and until towards the end of 2022, I find my current art teacher's channel, YouTube channel. After I follow him for a while, then I decided to enroll into his paid course. So that's pretty much my true development began. Using for iPhone live stream. I'm not using iPhone. I'm using I used to use a StreamYard. StreamYard is very beginner friendly. So if you want to get into streaming and you don't want to have a steep learning curve, then you can use StreamYard. But now, I want a little bit more customization. So I started learning OBS, which is the golden streaming platform. And the good thing about it, it's free. That's the best part. Actually, I pay an annual subscription for StreamYard. But now I'm pretty much abandoned StreamYard and I'm just doing on OBS. And it's a free platform. Hey, H. Daniel. Hope everyone's having a good day, Miss. I'm already loving today's speech. Do you like a manga anime? Hi, Daniel. Yes, I nowadays I gradually grew out of a lot of manga, anime, like probably a lot of the manga, anime what I used to enjoy, not anymore. So my standard has become a lot higher. But I certainly enjoy manga, anime. That's what I grew up. Pretty much, I grew up in the 90s. Yeah, I go everywhere. Just try to get my hands on a manga. Like a big chunk of my childhood was Dragon Ball Z, and back in China there was no Dragon Ball Z cartoon. So I was pretty much just reading manga, and there's no compendiums back then. It was like individual issues, and there's always some issues that's so hard to find. But I remember I go anywhere, I look for those issues that I haven't read before. Like, and I go to my relatives' house, go to the library. So I grew up with, before Dragon Ball Z was Saint Seiya, but probably that's much less well known. What's the best exercise for shading? I hate this thing. It's blocking the message. Let me see, what did you actually write? So shading, there's two parts. One is the technical side, which is there are the many different ways to shade. There's the hatching, cross hatching, then simple one directional diagonal line, then also there's other curvy lines. So those are what I call techniques. The techniques are easy, much relatively easy, or to get a hang of, to master. You pretty much you dedicate like as a blank slate beginner. If you dedicate a solid, say, like 30 minutes each day just to practice hatching, I would say give it like a week or two, you will master that technique as a beginner. So obviously if you need more experience, you will be spend less time. But then the second part is the understanding of shading, and this is the difficult part. The understanding of a relationship. And that just simply comes from drawing a lot. Alright, Taisho clip. what's going on? Survivor shading. I used to follow Art Gym. I used to kind of remind me if he's any good YouTube channel you recommend for artists. I like Procos and Gems. YouTube channels are not a great resource. It's a great free resource. And it is good that if you want to just learn a quick technique, like I say, technique is easy. The big thing about like understanding and a huge thing is art appreciation. That is something takes a long time to develop. So what I mean by art appreciation is, like, if you're a beginner, you listen to someone plays piano, maybe just someone who is just like slightly more skilled, and they play some songs and you think he's very skilled, and you probably cannot differentiate the different, or you don't appreciate the different skill levels. The same with art. Like if you don't know anything, you don't have any experience, you often easily get impressed by something may not be so difficult to do. And then also there's another aspect of art appreciation, is that you kind of like cannot differentiate the good and the better. Yeah, YouTube is great for learning techniques, especially doesn't cost you anything. But if you're serious about leveling up your art skills, you got to spend some money to pay for a course. But also don't pay for any course. Not every course is equal. You gotta find the teacher that has a passion for teaching. I found mine. Unfortunately, my teacher only speaks Chinese, and all of his content are in Chinese. So it's not very helpful to a lot of the rest of the people in the world, around the world. And personally, I'm definitely a crafts, like I like to draw. Gradually, I enjoy teaching more. I think everyone will learn to enjoy teaching, just because you get great satisfaction out of watching someone grow because of your influence. So I think like I would say most of the people will find teaching enjoyable, especially if you watch your student go from one skill level to another one, and if your students succeeded, it's a very rewarding feeling. So I'm gradually starting to enjoy just helping out people like you guys more and more, but I never had the intention of teach art. So the purpose of me doing YouTube is basically just sharing my experience with you all. Because all my experience are anecdotal experience. I don't have a pool of students, and I don't have teaching experience, or more correct, I have very, very limited teaching experience. I even try teaching with my kids. So like in my mind, I think, okay, this has to be foolproof method to teach someone draw. Then I test it out on my kids, and then they somehow screw it up, and that makes me re-evaluating why is that? Like, why what I see, what I draw is so different than what they see and what they draw. So, but if someone has teaching experience, and they definitely will have a lot of feedbacks from their students, and they can re-evaluate their teaching methods and maybe even learn methods from other teachers. Rambling. Oh God, I'm so behind on chat. No, what? Drawing tips to get into drawing. I think quick success, it's a great way of keeping interest, keep it interesting. So usually a quick success that's a method that allows for quick success is the grid method. So try the grid method first. Produce some quick result. Like a good teacher locally that led me to follow online editing. I mean, as long as it's free, you can afford to follow whoever you want. But if you are deciding you want to invest a little money into a pay course, then definitely do a little bit more research, unless you don't care about the money. Hello, Caxton. How are you, Caxton? Overworked. Hopefully you get some chance to relax. If there's anything you want to vet here, feel comfortable to vet. This is the place. Become a little routine that end up draw the day working while you draw on the background. How does that help you? Eduardo, what'd you say? Can't see what you said. Hopefully it's not something bad. Thank you, Faith. Yeah, I really enjoyed this experience. Just relax. So hopefully you guys can find a way to get into the zone. Okay, here is the line. It's the line. Okay, I'm gonna start shading. First, I need to find where the terminators are. A lot of the terminators in this image and not very well defined. So you just have to make your own decision where you want to draw the terminator. Okay, so I got the terminator defined. So I'm gonna shade everything in the terminator. So don't care. Or in the shadow side of the terminator. This is called blocked in. If you want to learn the terminology. So this is the tedious part. In digital paint, you can easily get this part done. But with traditional, we gotta patiently, methodically. The thing you want is the evenness. You want everything as even as possible. No, I'm a hobbyist. I like both. There are pros and cons. If I want to be creative, I do digital paint. If I want to do something, either like a demo like this. I will call this just a demo, or some kind of like a portfolio. Or if I want to gift someone a present, then I would do traditional. Just because traditional is one of a kind, and there's so much involved, and there's the physical material that you can hold it, so it has much more sentimental value versus you draw something digitally and you can make 1 million copies of it and distribute it any way you want. So whoever has a copy of that drawing doesn't really hold much value. But if it's a traditional piece, then you finish it, you sign it, and in this world there's only one piece, and that's a huge difference. When I was a kid, I gifted many drawings. I even sold my drawings. In elementary school, I used to draw Dragon Ball Z cards and sell it to my classmates for 50 cents a card. Back then, to me, that's a lot of money to me. So I remember, like, every day I rush home. I eat my dinner quickly because usually there's a little downtime between finish dinner and start homework at night. So I use the allow downtime. I finish eating quickly, and then I start working on my Dragon Ball Z cards so I can sell it to my classmates the next day. Those my little entrepreneur experience. Hey, it's a Tosai. We're doing well. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Great to have you. Hope you had a great day so far. I hope I can make it a little bit better. So my blocking, it's not really showing up on the camera. In real life, it's a little bit darker than what's shown on the camera. Hey, Martin. Where y'all from? Got some new people in the chat. Jack Trevor. It's close enough. I wouldn't say so accurate. It's close enough. I think my goal is needs to catch the resemblance, needs to stand alone. Doesn't have to be 100% exact copy. If I'm going for that, I would actually use some more technique to help me to make sure all the measurements are correct. I will use a tool to measure it versus just use my eyes. I'm using a very simple pencil, HB. That's all this is. So usually like the sketching part, just use HB is great because it barely damaged the paper at all, so you can easily erase it. Thank you for the like. Oh, thank you for the love. I think heart counts as a love. Thank you, Jack Trevor. I'm taking you are an artist yourself as well. So if you want to actually do like really capture the likeness, the Loomis method's not good enough. You have to actually do physical measurements with like tools, measuring tools. So a great measuring tools that artists use, it just pencil itself. And you use the tools frequently enough and you mark all the important points, it's relatively bulletproof. But as far as the Loomis method goes, basically, you know, the hairline to the eyebrow, so it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But because this head is a little bit tilted, so it's not a perfect 1/3 division. You just have to account for a little bit of perspective. Hey, Face. What are you doing, Face? Are you drawing too? I think a lot of people draw with my stream. That's why I figured because they're drawing, they don't want to type too much. So I don't bother them. Oh, Danielle, thank you. Have a good one. The best feeling I had was on Monday. I was hearing my streaming music coming from my daughter's bedroom. That's oh, she's watching me. But I didn't realize she was actually have me on as a stream on the background, but he was drawing her own stuff. Tips for light and shadow. Tips for light and shadow. Yeah, I used the block game method. So at first I divided into half. So pretty much the highlighted region, I leave it white. Then the darker region, the shadow region, I use a one even level of gray tone for all of it first. And then after that's done, I start working on the darker areas. And basically to darken the darker area. And you have to approach it in a holistic way. Don't get really fixated on one small detail. Go for most of the time work on the whole picture. mTor, thank you for the sub. So usually Nux Ender, thank you. There was something funny, the sound that got me so overworked that I completed the oh, that's always a great feeling, I guess, because now you have more time to do other stuff. This one is It's definitely more difficult because it's very smooth and soft transition. There aren't that many defined lines. So Jack Trevor, what's your story? How's your day? Where you from? Feel like you're not drawing, so I'm gonna bother you a little bit, just carry a little conversation. Wait, do I not have filter on? Studio mode. Oh no, what happened? No, I only watched like a couple of episodes. I get it why it's appealing to people. I mean, the creator definitely do not shy away from the adult stuff. Yeah, it's rough right now. The the plan is definitely have it less rough in the end. I use whatever pencil I can get my hands on. In pencil drawings, the brand is the less important part. I understand if you're doing like a oil paint or any kind of paint, the brand is more important. No, I know what you meant. I didn't take any offense to what you said. Tokyo Akashi. I give it my best shot, so don't really care if it's a masterpiece or not. What do you think of I like my OC to be like her. So my OC is kind of like her personality and skill wise. So I think that pretty much says it all. Dip pens. I like are they the fountain dip pens? What's in the dip pen that you think it's better than just a regular fountain pen? Gotcha. Yeah, I always feel like it's very classy to use a dip pen. Oh my god. Time really flies when you're having fun. Can't believe it's 11 already. So Bernie Wrightson, does he do fountain pen or dip pen? This is a mechanical pencil, 0.3. It's a Statler, made in Japan. Thank you for the love. Use the illustration of Frankenstein. I see. Hey, Cabert. Thank you for the sub. Hello to you. Hey, FaZe. Hey, Alan. Raphael, thank you for the sub. Suzo Oshimi. Please forgive me, I don't know that great artist. What are some of his famous work? Maybe I know that. Martin. Thank you for the support. Not really. What do you suggest? I'm too small. Yeah, I'm pretty open to any kind of ideas. So if you got good suggestion. Merci beaucoup. That's a few of the Francais I remember from high school. I took 4 years of French in high school. only remember very few things. My French name is Leon. So je m'appelle Leon. It's the one thing I know how to say. I heard French people, they don't like people butcher their language. Leon Fun. Thank you. Je ne parle pas vraiment anglais. I don't speak very much English. Mais l'on devote à a universal. But the language of my art is universal. Merci beaucoup pour ce que vous faites avec son. I'm kind of like half guesstimating. Thank you very much for your what is the fate with is sewing song? I don't recall what fate and sewing. Can you help me learn a few more French vocabulary? I mean, honestly, I could never imagine today I'm using my high school French. I think the good thing about this method is I can really stop at any point and I can call it finished. But definitely the plan is to do another session on Friday to do another to make it more finished. Zhao An Yi. Thank you, Sluggy Slum. I don't really speak it about the language of your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, I only didn't get the last sentence. So what you so fate is do with care. Sewing is care. Is so on. Oh no. Muchas gracias. So hablo español, parle français. Hello, friends. Michael Hernandez. You do have more time. Hey, Blue. You made it. I was saying, where did Blue go? Better late than never. How's your day? I'm gonna do a little bowl thing. Andrew Magnus, thank you. Thank you, and Andrea. going to wrap up for tonight. Time to go to bed. I'll see you guys on Friday. Thank you to the 45 people still here. You guys made this experience very enjoyable. Shadow Star, thank you. Okay, we'll finish this on Friday. Have a good night. Bye-bye.